Guys, here we are today travelling by Indian train from our little village, Mararikulam, to the capital city of Kerala, Trivandrum. Guys, join us on our journey.
So during this video, I'm going to be talking a lot about my general experience with Indian railways. Once I get on the train, I will start speaking about that experience. So get ready for a big moan. Anyway, this is Mararikulam station. It's just a small village in the state of Kerala, which is where we were staying. We're catching the 6:10 train to Trivandrum. That's 6:10 in the morning, by the way. Very early start. See, it's still pitch black. Now, we had reserved seats, which I'm going to talk about later. I wanted to find out where our carriage was, where the train was going to stop, so we could find our carriage quickly. So I asked this bloke in here. He sort of told me, but still didn't really know. It's just crossing the track now, which I'm going to talk about very shortly.
So guys, we are standing on mud. This is the platform on this side, just mud. And there's no kind of bridge to get over or anything like that. You just jump on the track like you just did.
So I found this really interesting. Every station along the whole line had like these London Underground signs. I don't know if it's like that in the whole of India, but in Kerala. Anyway, the train coming onto the other platform, going in the opposite direction, just before our train came in. Our train, by the way, was running about 10 minutes late, 10-15 minutes late at this stage. But it got a lot worse as the journey went on, which I'm going to talk about later. And this is our train. So now we had a problem because we were trying to find our carriage. I can't remember which number it was. It was a bit of a panic to try and find it. As you can see, it's a really long train. And we had reserved seats in one particular carriage. You'll see me panicking now. Make a dash for it.
Is your flight number?
D3.
D3. Front. This one. D1. D1. Which is D3? D3 is the front. Okay.
Okay, so now our train journey has begun, so you can enjoy that, the views you'll see out the window and also on the train itself. So whilst that's going on, I'm going to talk about my general experience with Indian railways. So it started off quite badly. I wanted to reserve a seat because I didn't want to stand for 3 hours and 40 minutes, because that's the scheduled journey time. So a number of days in advance, I went to the train station, the one that you just saw me standing on waiting for the train, our local station. But you can't buy, you can't reserve train tickets there. You can only buy tickets, for the day without reserving seats. They told me I had to go to Alappuzha, which was I think about 15 kilometres away. station we're about to stop at now, actually. So a few days later, I went there. We got upstairs to book to like the reservation centre. There's only one person working, and obviously India's overly populated, so one person's not nearly enough. We're quite lucky. We only had to wait about 20-25 minutes to get served. But when I was at the front, the queue was massive at the back, so those people would have been waiting, you know, over an hour and a half perhaps. Bought my tickets, so for this train and for the train back. Problem was, when I bought the tickets for the train coming back, the woman told me that it's not guaranteed. I'm on a waiting list of some sort. They said it will be confirmed one day before you travel. Anyway, one day before I travelled, which is the day before this journey, I checked, it was still unconfirmed. So I was on this train, not knowing whether I had a confirmed ticket to come back or not, which obviously wasn't much use to me. So that was a bad start. Didn't like that. And then I'll tell you what happened at the end, and then I'll come back to the specific journey. So when I arrived in Trivandrum, I went to the ticket office. There's one particular line you have to be in if you like. It's a line for people who already have tickets, like reserved tickets. And I said, look, am I confirmed on this train yet or not coming back? And he said, no, not yet. I said, well, I want my money back then. You know, it's ridiculous. Why can't you tell me if I'm on the train or not? He said, come back after 3 o'clock and then you'll, you know, it'll be confirmed by then. I said, I didn't say anything, but I was in Trivandrum for a day trip. I wasn't going to mess around and, you know, break my day up to go back to the train station at 3 o'clock to find out if I was on a train or not. I said, no, I want a refund. Stop messing me about. So I had to fill in the form, bloody nuisance, and I got the refund, fortunately. So I went across the road to the bus station and reserved a ticket for a bus in the evening to get back to my village, Mararikulam, and that was fine. The bus journey was actually really good. Didn't film it, unfortunately my battery was low, but the bus was much better than the train, which I'm going to talk about now, the actual train journey itself, which you're watching now. So, you saw at the beginning there, we had to find our carriage, which I believe is D3, which we found. There were no seats available, they were all taken. Now what I thought was going to happen, I thought our whole carriage would be like reserved seats, so you would just find your seat. I didn't think anyone would be sitting in it, but it wasn't like that at all. It looked like we were one of the only people in the whole carriage that actually had reserved seats. Everybody else probably just bought their ticket just before the train arrived. So the only problem was we had these reserved seats, but the people that were sitting in our seats, they didn't know that they were sitting in reserved seats. You see what I mean? You know, like usually, like in Europe or somewhere, it'd be like something electronic or some piece of paper saying this seat is reserved between so-and-so stations. But on this train here in India, there was none of that. So I kind of felt sorry for them because we just kicked them off. We said, look, these are our seats. We showed them our ticket and said, yeah, you know, these seats are for us. The woman who was sitting in one of our seats, she moved straight away. But the man, he started moaning and complaining, saying no, and you know, he's not moving. Fortunately, one of the passengers who was sitting, the old man who was sitting opposite us, he said, no, you have to move, they've got reserved seats. And unfortunately, there was a woman walking past who works on the train, and I said to her, look, this bloke's not moving, these are our seats. And she told him to get up and move, which he begrudgingly did. So that was a bad experience. We had to kick people off sitting in our seats. The next problem was that the train was heavily delayed. We arrived into Trivandrum at least an hour and a half late. I told you earlier, the train arrived about 10-15 minutes late into our station when we got on, but it got much worse throughout the journey. At about 2 or 3 stations, the train stopped at those particular stations for ages. Like, we're talking, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We were just stuck there. I don't know why, no announcements or anything. So, like I say, we arrived into Trivandrum over an hour and a half late. We were only there for the day, so it seriously ate into our time that we had in Trivandrum. And then I had to mess about cancelling my ticket, going to the bus station, buying another ticket. So I lost about 2.5 hours of my day. And then the train was really uncomfortable. Well, the seats were really uncomfortable. Didn't have a problem with the heat because it was early in the morning, so it wasn't hot on the train or anything like that. But the seats were just so uncomfortable. You know, the train's journey was supposed to take 3 hours 40 minutes. It ended up taking over 5 hours, and so uncomfortable. Those seats are not suitable for long journeys. It's all right if you're travelling half an hour, maybe up to an hour, but really uncomfortable seats, really uncomfortable journey. No leg room because we had someone sitting directly opposite me and their legs in the way, and it was an experience, a bad experience, but an experience nonetheless. I'm glad I can say that I've been on an Indian train. I wouldn't particularly want to repeat it. Like I said, I much preferred our bus journey back. The seats reclined, the seats were comfortable, much better on the bus. So, based on my experience, I wouldn't recommend train travel in India. But like I say, it is just that one train I've been on, so I don't know, maybe you can get better trains than this. It's not exactly a long distance train, it's not an overnight train. It's a train that goes from the north of the state of Kerala to the far south. So we're getting off the train now. Felt terrible at this stage, but there you go, that's travelling for you.